fuck, that was close. I should have had this so long ago. Oh, nice shot. Oh, I was just about to hit it. I fucked that up earlier when I left the air brake out. If I hadn't done that, it might have worked out a little bit differently. Oh, I should have had that all day long. Damn. I can't believe I fucked that up like that. I made two very big mistakes. When I left the air brake out, because I left the throttle out too much. I was trying to get the throttle back in to go full afterburner at one point, and I only got it to like 80%. And at that point, I forgot to put the air brake back in, getting the throttle back in, and then as I'm pulling around, can't do that. Can't fat finger shit, especially when you're already slow. If you're in a one-on-one like that with somebody, especially if it's another F-18, you can get that slow. But had I been able to manage that like I wanted to, I'd have been that much little bit faster, and I would have been behind him the whole time, as opposed to him slowly getting more and more behind me. So yeah, that really made a big difference right there, because this plane does not. That was a classic example of, if you control that airspeed accurately, you will win that fight 100% of the time, as long as you've got the ammo. Just keep that speed in that 200 to 300 range, because then you can always cash that in right at the end, especially with the F-18, to get the shot that you want. And yeah, oh, that was a really fun one. I'm just really pissed that I fucked it up right there, as that was going to be an easy win. As well as he did and won it, hats off to him. He was making some mistakes too. That point when he went kind of I would have killed him right there. That was when that's the second time I catched it. I was like, okay, we'll catch it in again. I was just starting to get it back. That was a really fun fight. Energy, guys. We call it forgetting the left hand. You can't forget about that throttle. Jets are just as important as props, especially when you start getting into a one-on-one, two-on-one. You can't just be full afterburner the whole time. You got to be coming out of afterburner. You got to be pulling the throttle out sometimes, especially if you're in something that's really, really fast, like a Delta Wing, or something that's got a lot of power, and you're always over Mach 1. You got to get that thing slowed down, to around 500 knots to really be able to maneuver. That's where your maneuvering speeds are. Got to get these things slowed down. You'll see me here. I don't ride the afterburner in. Even in the F-18, I'm still going Mach 1. I mean, we're still supersonic here. That's a very common mistake, is people are so anxious to get to the battlefield that they just hit that afterburner and they never touch it the rest of the battle. They're just full afterburner the whole time. Not only does that give you an elevated heat signature, but that's also keeping you way outside of your, maneuvering airspeed the whole time. And to me, again, those are the little things that have me just totally hooked on this game. Find another game that kind of stuff is that important. Certainly not like Ace Combat, shit like that. It doesn't matter. You can just full afterburner. Let's go. I got 3,000 missiles and unlimited ammo, so it's like that is how the world works. I did, and it hurt. It works. Alright, where is this guy? I see him trying to get me. From the waiter. Save it. Molded oxidation. To keep all my flavors sealed and tight. Really? Shit. Thought that guy was dead. Shit, this is gonna hurt. Where is everybody? Holy shitballs. A 6-on-1, are you kidding me? Where'd everybody go? They just walked through us. Psychotronic scanning, don't mind that. I'm protected because I made this hat. Wear a hat that's foil lined. Seems a little crazy. Good day, guys. Said you. I never should have put the camera on. Y'all fucking used to be able to just sit here and make a fool of myself in the dark. Now I gotta do it in front of everybody. What's up, Evil? Hey, you're good, bro. Hey, I'm having actually really good games so far this morning. Everybody's in the ground event. I can tell from the very first game. I could tell. Very first game, getting kills, nobody's shooting at me. And there's 190,000 people on, so yeah, people are grinding the ground event right now. Good to see you, Tricky, man. Good to see you back on, dude. Digging those training pictures you put up the other day. I've got a couple like those in the vault when we were doing our ground training. That's good times, man. I'm sure it probably sucked at the time. It always does, but afterwards, those memories are definitely forever. One of the best soundtracks of all time. Take me under mighty wings tonight. It's possible to have a bad game to this. I just can't. 'Cause there's no way I wanna feel. In my soul. Whoa.
Reloading. Well done.
I want to ride on a silver dove far into the night. Under mighty wings. Yeah, shit. I wish. I missed my hydrate earlier. I was saying that before. My generation, right? You didn't really know how to dance. You just kind of get in just enough to get their attention, right? Get the conversation started. Okay, now we can go somewhere else so I'll make a fool of myself. I may actually have to learn how to dance if I'm going to do this long term, as I just end up making a fool of myself. Take me under mighty wings. It's definitely going to be, especially if this Star Trek thing keeps going so well. It's going to be very soon that I'll actually have my gaming chair, be able to sit at my desk and stand up and move around. I really want to get, you know, if not, you know, one of the Magna desks or whatever, definitely one that I can adjust and stand up at, just for sure with my back. There's a lot of times that I think I would enjoy standing up and being able to game that way too. Especially playing a game, you know, like Star Trek or something like that that's, you know, not quite as intense. This might get me. Unbelievable. Gosh, somebody asked if the 7Ps good? Yeah, the 7Ps are good. I probably should have stayed a little more head on to that. I can't believe that tracked me after cutting back off the mountain like that. Dang it. Yeah, I know. I'm not too old. We don't say the age, but we're up there. We're up there. We are up there. I think I would be considered X. I always used to like to think I was. I always forget exactly where it breaks down, but I think I'm an Xer. Pretty sure I'm a Gen Xer. Old enough to appreciate having the opportunity to do something like this, that's for sure. It's not easy. You know, it's not just getting on and kind of playing a game, especially like I kind of expected at first. I mean, when I initially got on here, you know, like anonymously on the PlayStation, no camera, you know, I was really just curious how many other pilots, you know, kind of played this game and, you know, what they were doing and this and that, and just kind of led to here. So yeah, this is awesome. We're going out tonight. But also old enough to probably not be doing like 24-hour streams and stuff like that. That's why I always tip my cap to Jay, because man, that dude has stamina, like especially when you're dealing with, you know, stuff in the background. Because that's one of the reasons I keep it to, you know, between 6 and 8 hours, because that's when I kind of start feeling it a little bit. That's amazing. Not to mention, you don't ever see a fall off in his gameplay, ever. The dude will be, you tune in at the beginning, he starts playing, and maybe you're doing something, you come back, you know, 6, 7, 8 hours later, scores are still just, you know, he's just a rock. YOLO's kind of like that too. He doesn't ever stream for too long, but from the beginning to the end, he's, you know, 3, 4 kills a game. That's impressive, man. That's the hardest part about this is trying to actually be good in the game and divide your attention enough, you know. Yep, 80s baby. 80s baby. I guess. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a blast. Tricky came in with a big bang. Yeah, I knew we were pretty close. Yeah, this has been a good time. There you go. That was mentally a rough one. 30s was kind of